Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's see what's on the hook today. Several things I want to talk about. This is Thanksgiving week coming up and I'm excited. I'm having all my family, not all of my family, but many of my family come in. My 2 adult children and their families are coming and I'm going to do the cooking, so I have to get started pretty soon. That is something I don't do very often, but I can cook. I know how to cook, and it's a big project. I don't mind doing it. I'm excited that they're coming to visit. So that's what's going on at my house this week. I will take time out to make videos. I hope that I can do even a midweek video, but I'm not sure about that. I'm trying to get my pattern finished for the Christmas sweater that I've had on the hook for a while. I'm not going to show you the whole thing yet because I'm still designing it. I should get the frogging prize for this particular sweater. I have frogged out and recrocheted many pieces of this sweater, so I wanted to get it just right. The pattern will be out soon. I am writing it now. Should be out sometime next week. So I will send an email to all the community members when that happens. And I'll put out a video as well to show the sweater, all the different parts of it, the design elements that I put in, and some tips and tricks for making the sweater. So I will do that, hopefully get that out the door next week. This week is Thanksgiving week and a time for us to reflect on what we're thankful for. So I'm thankful for my family, for all the things that I have, all the people that I know, all of my church friends, everyone that I know, actually. I'm just thankful for all those people. I'm thankful for our country. I'm thankful for the prosperity of our country, and I'm excited for the future. I hope that everything works out great and that everyone is thankful for all the things that they have and that they will have in the future. I love everybody. All of my viewers and subscribers have been so kind and have written so many beautiful comments on my videos. I've only had 1 or 2 that were not very wonderful, so I'm thankful for that. And hopefully I can continue in the future. I know YouTube is making some changes, but I don't think my channel will be affected. I don't present my channel to children. It's not for children, but children could certainly watch it without being offended or seeing something they shouldn't see. So I think I'm going to be in the clear, and I'll be making some changes to my channel, just maybe to make my thumbnails a little bit more expressive so that YouTube will send it to more people and I can increase my reach that way. So I'm always trying to improve my channel. I try to follow all the suggestions that my viewers give me. The one thing I haven't done is develop tutorials, and I am not excited about that at all. My tutorials would not be that helpful because my patterns are very easy to follow. And there are thousands of tutorials on YouTube, thousands. And I don't think that I want to do tutorials. I think I would rather present my channel the way I've been presenting it, where I talk about new patterns, my patterns and other patterns, about different kinds of yarn, different projects, things that you can make that are easy, suggestions for how to make crocheted items. I just feel like that is my focus, and for right now I don't think tutorials are in my near future. I've had several people ask me, but mostly people don't ask for that, because what I try to do is to present my channel to people who are just interested in new crocheted items, new patterns, ways to crochet, design elements, easy projects, things like that that I try to present on my channel. I'm not one of everybody. I try to be different from everyone in the crochet community. I try to have a crochet community that's interested in what I have to say. So that is my focus. I promised I would do tutorials, and I might do some just to kind of show how to do my patterns, but I haven't thought about that yet. I'm really trying to release patterns that are easy to make, that will fit you. They won't have a certain number of stitches in them, so my tutorials probably wouldn't be all that helpful. I'll still put some thought into it though and see what I can come up with. If you have a suggestion, you are welcome to put it in the comments box down below or send me an email. But I've already had people ask me for tutorials, and I'm not going to do a tutorial for a pattern where you go from beginning to end and make the actual item. As far as I have planned, I won't be doing that. That's just not something that would be smart for my community, because again, I don't want to do something with a certain number of stitches and it wouldn't be right for everyone. It wouldn't fit everyone. And my channel is really about wearable crochet. So besides some scarves and shawls and things, mostly what I try to focus on is sweaters and things that you can actually wear and enter into your wardrobe, so that you can expand your wardrobe with crochet that you've created. So that's really where my focus is with this channel. Now, another thing I wanted to do was make a correction. The other day, opened a Knit Crate box, and I quickly glanced at the cowl pattern, the crochet cowl pattern that was on the front of the magazine. And here it is. It's very beautiful. Oh, look at that. It's really pretty. And I actually received the yarn that was used to make this cowl. Beautiful, beautiful. And I might just do that anyway, but right now I just wanted to make a correction. I had whined about them using an F hook with a worsted weight yarn. They're actually calling for an H hook, and that's 2 sizes bigger to make this cowl. And I think that's a fine size. I would probably use an I, but that would make the cowl a little bit bigger, and I don't know if that would work, but an H hook would be just fine. I was whining about it being an F, and I don't know how I saw that. I just saw an F there and it said H, so I apologize for that. That was not something for me to say. They do a really nice job with their inspirations booklet that comes out every month. And I'm not a sponsor of Knit Crate, but I do love Knit Crate. The money you pay is mainly for the beautiful yarns that they send, and a nice booklet with some crochet patterns and knit patterns too. If you're a knitter, my hat's off to you. I don't knit. I'd like to learn how. I have a friend that promises that she's going to teach me. She tried to teach me the other day, and it did not work out. I just was not in the mindset for it, and it seemed very clunky to me and odd, the way that knitting is different from crochet. It's a lot different from crochet. And people who knit, who learn how to crochet, I think that's probably an easier transition than going to 2 needles working like this from a hook working like this. And to me, that is just totally different. And I have a lot of things on my mind right now. I'm trying to grow my channel, write patterns, make sweaters, and it was probably not a good thing for me to try to do, but it's not as easy as it looks. And people who have knitting channels, and I do watch several of those. I love those knitting channels where the girls talk about doing their color work sweaters, and they're young girls and they do such a beautiful job. I'm very impressed with that. I totally wish that I had learned to knit as a younger person, but my mother did not knit. She didn't like knitting, so that probably transferred over to me, and I need to break that. I need to learn to knit, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm a little bit too busy. So I also want to thank my community members for sharing my video. Many people wrote and said that they had shared my video on their Facebook page or other places, and I so appreciate that. Sharing is a great way to send my videos to somebody that you might want to try to explain what I'm doing. It's easier just to send the video and let other people look at it. But and again, I appreciate you sharing my videos as I asked you to do. Y'all are so sweet and do anything that I ask you to do. I appreciate it. All right, what I'm wearing today, I'm wearing the Spring into Fall scarf. This is the scarf right here that's on my pattern, and I also made one in the spring. So spring into fall, that's how I did it. And this is the one I made for the spring scarf. It's just in a self-striping cotton yarn. I think it's a size 3, might have been a 2, but I think it's a 3. and it's all in just different colors. And I really like the scarf. I've worn it quite a bit and had a lot of compliments on it because you can wear it to kind of accent the color that you want to. Now this is a very loud yarn. It goes from one color to the next. I did not do any color correcting except at the very end I did a little bit just so the ends would be the same. But this is, now right there you can see a transition in the middle of a row right there. But it's a very abrupt change in color, and I'm not a big fan of that, but I did color correct down here so that I would have the same color at both ends of the scarf. So that's what I'm wearing today. This is the autumn scarf made with a hand-dyed yarn that a friend of mine did. It's really beautiful, and I took half of the scarf in the middle and I did a section of just green because green is of course my favorite color, and I wanted to wear it so that you could see the green. And I did that as I folded the scarf in half, put the other end of the scarf through, and this is what it looks like when I'm wearing it. So I really like that. That's one of my favorite scarves in my closet, and it's not hot and it's not scratchy, although it is wool. And I love wool in the wintertime. I've discovered it since I've been up here in Tennessee. I've needed more warm clothes, and I like it. I like wool. I don't know why I never wore wool before. I think it's because I was in Florida, and you don't really need wool down there. I understand people that only use cotton thread or cotton yarn when they're in Florida. I totally get that because cotton is very lovely yarn, but it's not as warm as wool. So now let's get to our gift recipient. The first recipient will receive 2 skeins of Caron Simply Soft Party Yarn in the color Silver Sparkle. 2 skeins of that. Gift recipient number 2 will receive 3 skeins of the Caron Simply Soft in the Tweed series in the Gray Heather. Beautiful, beautiful. 3 skeins of that, and on each skein is quite a bit of yardage. It's 250 yards, so that's quite a bit of yarn there. Gift recipient number 3 will receive 4 skeins of Red Heart Unforgettable in Teal Berry. Very beautiful yarn. There are the colors, quite lovely. So gift recipient number 3 will receive 4 skeins of that, plus a pattern that I was using to make a little cardigan, and I'm sending a few inches of that, and you can frog it out if you want to. So those are the 3 gifts that we're giving away today. So let's turn our camera to the computer and find out who the gift recipients are this week. Okay, so here we are pointing our camera to the computer. Here's the URL for Monday. I am filtering comments based on a specific text, which was the word mohair, and that was the word that needed to be in your comment in order for you to come up in the YouTube comments for this selection. So I'm going to press that and see how many comments we had this week. 820. That's awesome. Thank y'all so much for participating. I really do appreciate it. All right, so here we go. Let's start and find out who receives the Caron Simply Soft Party Yarn in Silver Sparkle. That would be Millie Ortiz. Millie, you have won the party yarn. So congratulations. Let's pick another winner. Let's see who wins the Caron Simply Soft Tweed in the Gray Heather. That would be Teresa Siebentrit. Teresa Siebentrit or Siebentrit, not sure how that's pronounced. You are the winner of the Caron Simply Soft Gray Heather. Let's pick another winner. And this person will win the 4 skeins of Red Heart Unforgettable in the color Teal Berry. And that would be Crafty Dame. Crafty Dame, that's a cute name. You have won the Red Heart Unforgettable. Congratulations to all 3 winners. Congratulations to the winners. Please send your mailing address to me at jeannie@onthehookcrochet.com. That address is down in the description box if you need it. Please get in touch with me right away. I'd like to get those out before Thanksgiving if possible. So if you'll send your mailing address to me, that'll be great. I thank everybody for joining with me today, and for Mondays and Fridays and Wednesdays sometimes to check in with me to see what's going on. You all are the reason that I do this, and I keep on going. It's wonderful. I appreciate all your comments and your sweet things that you say and the compliments that you give me. It really makes me feel good, and that I feel like I'm on the right track, because I wanted to do something different in the crochet community, and that's, I believe, what I've done. I hopefully will do things that you appreciate in the future, and if you'll stay with me, I'll try not to make it too boring. We'll continue on and do some new things, do some exciting things with crochet. Crochet is a beautiful, beautiful craft, and I love it. I always have loved it. I've been doing it for decades. So thank you for joining with me and for participating, for subscribing to my channel, for all those wonderful things that you do. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. This is Thanksgiving week coming up, so I hope you're preparing for that. If you need to, if you're going to spend some time with your family, I think that's awesome. So join me on Monday when we find out what's on the hook.